Tonight was the firm deletion, but I just wish it was AEW getting deleted instead. Welcome back, guys. Two Fog Wrestling here to review Rampage for the 5th of the 5th, 2023. And I've seen a lot of people say this was a good show. This was a great show. Well, God knows what they were watching, but it was not the same crap that I watched. This had to be the worst deletion match I think I've seen. Now, there was a few bad ones in WWE, maybe they were on par with this, but I mean, they literally removed everything from the firm deletion, which made it great. Matt Hardy came out a while ago and said there's going to be no more supernatural gimmicks with his character with the deletion thing, and it's the supernatural stuff that made it funny. It was the comedy elements that made it funny. Everything they tried tonight, comedy-wise, absolutely sucked. It was mostly all with Stokely, Hathaway, and it was all garbage, it was all lame, it was all cringe. I don't know who finds this guy funny. He certainly was not funny tonight. He was getting beaten up by Matt Hardy's kids, Matt Hardy's wife, and boring. It was just boring. It was basically a brawl. It was like a brawl in the woods, and you couldn't really see anything. It was so fucking dark, and it was just brawling, and then you had Excalibur with some just awful commentary. This is supposed to be like a cinematic match, and he's calling it like it's a normal match happening in the ring. It's like, what the fuck? These matches are better without commentary. The first deletion match that Matt Hardy done was great. The one he done in TNA, that was fantastic. Him versus Jeff. I don't think that'll be topped. The one they did after that, though, where they teamed up and they took on, I can't remember who they took on, but that one was good as well. But no, ever since he went to WWE, these deletion matches they've went bad, and this one, honestly, wasn't any better. So we kick off, typical Rampage Dynamite 6-man tag. Lucha Bros and El Hijo del Finquinco versus QTV. Who the fuck are QTV? Seriously, who are QTV? I don't have a clue. I do not know who this team is. Why is AEW just got so many fucking random teams? And then the Lucha Brothers came out with belts. And I didn't even know they were champs. What belts are these? What worthless fucking belts are these? Did they buy them out the dollar store? You tell me. But they came out with belts that don't mean shit. Not that any other belt in this company means shit, but still, they come out with these belts and they win. I mean, what can you say about this? Flippy floppy, over the top rope, super kick, no sell, hit all these big moves, don't sell a damn thing, and then hit the finisher, or it doesn't look that good, and it's 1, 2, 3. Honestly, you've seen a 6-man tag match in AEW, you've seen them all. Whether it be the Lucha Brothers, Death Triangle, Best Friends and Cassidy, the Elite. It doesn't matter who's in it. It's the same shit. It is the same shitty 6-man tag. Absolute no selling, just bodies flying all over the place. Super kick party. Well, fuck that party. I don't want an in-fight tape. That party sucks. But yeah, Lucha Bros win. Then we go to Lexi Nair. She's outside Chris Jericho's locker room. Jericho is not leaving his locker room. He asks Lexi, is she sure that it's her? And she's like, yeah, I'm sure. Again, trying to be funny here. It wasn't. Jericho said Cole was dangerous and he will not be doing his commentary duties tonight because he doesn't want to get attacked again by, by Adam Cole. How the fuck's Adam Cole dangerous? The guy looks like a twig. A fat twig. I mean, a twig that's ate like too many Big Macs, but still a twig. I just don't understand why people are scared of this wee skinny fat man. It makes no sense, but Jericho's terrified and he won't leave his locker room. Seriously, you think of all the people Jericho's feuded with, and now we're supposed to believe, out of everybody, that the guy he will not leave his locker room for is Adam Cole. Even though Jericho's got the numbers advantage, he's got the Jericho Appreciation Society, but he's going to stay in his locker room because Adam Cole might attack him. Who gives a fuck? Jericho should be able to batter Adam Cole if Adam Cole does attack him one-on-one, so what difference does it make? Match 2, classic Rampage match. Jade Cargill wins in about 30 seconds. Boots, pump kick, hits the Jade at 1, 2, 3. What can you say about this? Probably the best match of the night because it only lasted 30 seconds. Therefore, it wasn't that hard to sit through. But yeah, Jade Cargill wins. I mean, why do they continuously do this with Jade Cargill? Don't they need to give her something else? I mean, seriously, how many times are they going to have her come out and just beat these local people that don't have names? Like, that's what you do at the start of your run. She's like, what, a year and a half in now? And they're still doing this same shit. But everybody does it. WWE's guilty. We see they're doing it with Almost again, where they're having them beat all these local people. And it's like, he's already done that. That's 2 years out of fucking date. I mean, come up with something else. Move on. Now, speaking of moving on, we'll move on to the next match. Mark Briscoe versus Preston Fans. First of all, what has this Preston Fans guy done? He left the Dark Order. He's going to get a push. Oh, Tony Khan pushes everybody. Everybody gets an opportunity in AEW. What's Preston Fans done since leaving the Dark Order? Now, granted, he was going nowhere in the Dark Order because the Dark Order absolutely fucking suck. But what has he done since he left the Dark Order? He's done nothing. You know, he had a little bit of heat when he was like, you know, screw Luke Harper. And he, like, ripped off the shirt and the mask. You know, that, like, gave him something. But what have they done since then? Absolutely nothing. That's died down. No one even remembers that anymore. And he's just a big fucking jobber. And he jobbed it to Mark Briscoe, who, if we're being honest, this guy's another bum. The commentary team is trying to make you love him. He's like, if you don't love Mark Briscoe, then you don't love pro wrestling. Why the fuck would we love this toothless bastard? I mean, he just looks like a junkie, a meth head that's walking down the street and he's going to bum $1 off you. Why would we care? Honest to God, why would we care about Mark Briscoe? You know what, it's a shame that his brother died in that car accident, but are we really supposed to believe and accept that this guy's a great wrestler, he's a star just because his brother died? Because that's the only reason he's getting a push. And I know that might seem a bit harsh, but it's fucking factual. Like, this guy, if his brother was alive, he would not be getting all this time on Rampage. He would not be beating all these people if his brother was still breathing. That is a fact. Anyway, he wins, beats Preston Fans. I mean, who cares? Who fucking cares? I also seen people say Mark Briscoe should have came into the Royal Rumble because it would have been a nice touch, but a nice touch by, like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are we expected just to reward somebody because of a tragedy in their family? I mean, that makes absolutely no sense. That doesn't happen. They're on about nice touch, but WWE is a business. I mean, you don't do nice touches like that. That's like if you work in, I mean, if you work in McDonald's or something like that, and like your family member dies, is there going to be like a 5-star restaurant that comes along and goes, oh, you know what? That wee guy works in McDonald's and his family died. We're going to push him. We're going to bring him in and give him a job in our 5-star kitchen. No, doesn't fucking work like that. Does not work like that at all. So I don't know why all these people are saying that Mark Briscoe should be in the Royal Rumble. I know the Royal Rumble was a while ago, but this, I'm talking about from when, like, his brother died, and it's like, what the fuck? Honestly, Mark Briscoe in the Royal Rumble, how are you supposed to explain this? So normally in the Royal Rumble, you get people that are either on Raw or SmackDown that are in it. Sometimes you get someone for NXT, and the commentary team will explain, oh, this guy's for NXT. Then other times you'll get returning legends. What's the commentary team supposed to do when Mark Briscoe comes out? The crowd's absolutely dead because nobody has a clue who it is. They're going to say, oh, here's some bum that wandered off the street walking in at number 27. I mean, come on. Mark Briscoe in the Royal Rumble? Jesus Christ, he doesn't even belong on Rampage. Never mind the Royal Rumble. Jesus. Then we move into the main event. It was the firm deletion. Oh, no, wait. Before we move into that, actually, we had Dustin Rhodes, or Dusty Rhodes, or Dustin Runnels, whatever he's calling himself these days. Freak Show with the half-painted face. AEW's going to Texas in 3 weeks, and he says he's excited that it's going to his home place. Anything can happen in Texas. Yeah, even your son can even chop his dick off and become a woman in Texas. And he's basically saying that, yeah, he cannot wait. Anything can happen. And then he gets attacked by the stupid guy that wears a mask. I don't know why he comes out with like a red fucking leopard kind of mask on, but whatever. They attack him. You've got some other guy, I think it's Luke Cage or Brian Cage or somebody. It doesn't matter who it is, right? They're all bums. It doesn't matter. And they're like beating up Dusty Rhodes or Dustin Runnels or Dusty, whatever his name is. Dustin Rhodes, that's the one. So they're beating him up. And then Keith Lee walks over to try and make the save. Now, normally when you make the save, you're running, you're putting a bit of effort in to try and help your teammate, but Keith Lee was literally like walking in slow motion here. And he's almost within touching distance of the other three, and they just simply walk away. And Keith Lee doesn't even give chase. He doesn't even try and attack them. He just literally walks up to where they're beating down Dustin Rhodes, and they walk off. And then he just crouches down to see if Dustin's okay. I mean, what is this? Why the fuck was he not running in and attacking them and beating them off of Dustin Rhodes, his teammate? Why did he just walk over like he's going for a casual stroll down the street? This was embarrassing, man. This is fucking pathetic. This big, fat, fucking useless bastard, man. Look at him, man. He went in WWE, he was fat, but he looked like he was, he looked about his age. He did look his age in WWE. In AEW, he's like aged 15, 20 years in the space of a fucking year. And it's just not believable now. He just looks like some fat bum that's jobless. And he wants tokens so he can go and get a free Burger King. That's all this guy looks like now. I see nothing in him. But, I mean, at least in WWE, you could see why people were like, oh, push this guy because he's big and stuff like that. But now, nah, I just don't... I don't see anything in Keith Lee's future. And again, he was doing better in WWE than he was in AEW. For sure he was. In WWE, this guy was feuding over the US title. That's what I don't understand, right? He was feuding over the US title. Karrion Kross was coming in. He was in the mid-card scene as well. He was feuding over the US title. And people make out as if they're getting buried. Oh, they're being buried by McMahon. He goes to AEW. He's rarely on Dynamite. Now he's been forced into a tag team with 75-year-old Dustin Rhodes. And people say this is great. He's nowhere fucking near a relevant title. Not that AEW has any relevant titles, but you get my point. I just don't see how people are claiming that, oh, Keith Lee was misused in WWE, but he's thriving in AEW. He fucking sucks. AEW or WWE, but at least WWE tried to do something with him, so I'll give them a bit of credit. Then we move in to the main event, the Firm Deletion. It was the Firm versus the Hardy Boys, Hook and Isaiah Cassidy. Look, I've already pretty much said, the Firm arrive, it's daytime, they make a comment, the drone comes, flashes, and then it's nighttime, so there you go. That's like the only supernatural thing we got. Stokely Hathaway managed to like invade the Hardy house and he was trying to watch movies, and then Rebby Sky came and beat him up, and then Matt Hardy's kids did moves on him, and he's screaming, and he's like, Tony Khan's going to pay for his crime. Fuck Tony Khan, seriously. He should pay for his crimes though, making us sit through watching this crap. He really should. This wasn't funny. I mean, people are saying Stokely Hathaway is the funniest guy in wrestling. If you were like sitting there laughing hilariously at this, then I don't know what to tell you, man. This was cringe. It was cringe. It was not funny. Apart from this, it was like 90% of the match was basically Jeff Hardy and Big Kaz brawling in the woods. I'm not even joking. They were like fighting in the woods and you couldn't even see shit. It was so dark. And like they're hitting each other with tree branches. Like, really? It was just a brawl. I mean, these matches are good because they're supposed to be creative. They're supposed to be cinematic. It's not supposed to be about a wrestling match. It's supposed to be about, like comedy spots and innovative spots in these matches. But literally, all they were doing was brawling. This match could have happened anywhere. This match could have happened in the ring. It could have happened at ringside. It could have happened on the ramp. It could have happened backstage. It could have happened in the parking lot. All this was these 8 guys brawling. This did not need to. This could have happened anywhere. It could have fucking happened anywhere. It was crap. Matt Hardy is fighting Ethan Page in the ring. Then they go outside. He hit a twist of fate, by the way, that looked like Ethan Page snapped his neck. Then they go on the outside. Ethan Page is like pouring gasoline over the Hardys, and then the other guy, the black guy. I don't know his name. The black guy comes in, saves the Hardys, and then they wipe out. He does a leg drop off the ladder, and Excalibur's calling it like it's a normal match. It's like, why don't they just do away with commentary? These matches don't need commentary. Well, this one probably did because it fucking sucked, but like the good ones don't need commentary. What's happened? The actions, the visuals speak for themselves. You don't need some guy ruining it on commentary. Maybe if someone's good and they can add something to it, then great. But Excalibur, literally all he did was call the moves. He literally just called the moves, move by move, as if it was a normal match happening in the ring. And it's like, no mate, it's a cinematic match. You're not supposed to do it like that. But, I mean, whatever. This guy's supposed to be a professional. And you know what? Fuck that logic, man. I'm sick of these people that they might have got a job in a shit cut. They've worked in, like, Ring of Honor. backstage for 10 years and they think that they're more knowledgeable. They think that they're better than somebody else just because they've been a bum. I mean, so you tell me by that logic, everyone that's worked in wrestling knows more about everybody that hasn't worked in wrestling? That logic is absolute fucking nonsense. I don't understand that. It's definitely a wrestling thing. I don't know why these wrestlers do it, but it's almost like, oh, wrestling's my thing. You're not allowed to talk about it. I know what I'm talking about and you don't. Go fuck yourself, man. And then Ethan Page gets hit with a twist of fate, and then they do it. For some reason, the black guy's doing all the Jeff Hardy moves. Jeff Hardy's not doing any of his own moves. This black guy's doing it all. He hits the leg drop in the corner or whatever, and then Matt hits the twist of fate again. And I think Jeff hit the swanton, and then Matt covered for the win. And then after the match, they went and got this like Hardy symbol. It's like an H, and Jeff Hardy lit it on fire, and they're standing inside it, and Jeff Hardy is like, "Thank you, God." Are we going to get a Jeff Hardy God gimmick? I mean, who knows? But yeah, no, this is sad, man. You know, the Hardy Boys, love the Hardys, but I mean, what are they doing? I mean, how many more years do they have left wrestling? They should be in the main event. They should be champions. Honestly, man, maybe Matt can't really go anymore. Jeff Hardy should be an AEW World Champion. Fuck him. No one cares about MJF. His run has been so forgettable. Just stick the belt on Jeff Hardy. Let him let him be a face, or even, I thought his heel TNA run was good. I thought when he joined the group with like Hogan and Bischoff, and he came out with the different design for the title. I mean, that was a pretty good run. That time he came out, drugged out his tits against Sting, that was a pretty good run. I mean, they should do something like that. This just ain't it. This is not it. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is it for the video. That is it for the review. Another really bad episode of Rampage. But you know what? At least I like the fact that they try and do something different with the firm deletion. It just wasn't a good deletion match. I mean, it had a couple of okay moments, but it was definitely one of the worst ones. I would put this... It might be the worst Matt Hardy one. I think WWE did a couple that were worse before Matt Hardy went to the company. Like, I remember WWE did the New Day versus the Wyatts, and that one absolutely sucked. This was definitely better than that. But, I mean, it wasn't great. I'll give it a couple of points for the fact that, you know, they did this deletion match, and who knows, hopefully now this leads to something better for the Hardy Boys. I'll give it a 2 out of 10, and I'm being generous. Hopefully the Hardys now can go on and do something now that they've got away from this Ethan Page bum. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.